I love The Witcher. I have loved it since it first came out. Nah, never mind, that's a complete lie. I only started playing the game in 2017. I trudged through this game. It was probably my least favorite game I played that year. It has a terrible UI, a weird but oddly fun combat system. Actually, what the hell is this stance? Anyways, after a while, you're just going through the motions for each quest rather than actually enjoying the game. I did not love this game, and I thought Witcher 2 would be the same. Then I played The Witcher 2. There is such a massive leap in terms of quality between these two games. The Witcher 1 style has always looked awful. Okay, the adventure modules, they look good. The cinematography, fantastic. Everything else, they don't stand out. You need a lot of different qualities to make a great game, and with Witcher 2, everything is just so much better. The combat, the story, the characters. I have never hated a video game character so much as Philippa. Let's not forget, Act 2 is completely different, depending on who you side with in Act 1. I just love it when the sequel is so much better than the original, you know, like Mass Effect. But I wasn't done with the Witcher series yet, because then I finally got around to playing The Witcher 3. I genuinely think The Witcher 3 is the best game I've ever played. When it has everything to offer, you know, the main game, the 2 DLC expansions, I don't think a better game exists. Now, it's not my favorite, that still belongs to Mario Galaxy. But if I was to look at this as objectively as I could, I don't think I have played a better game. So what am I getting at here? As I said before, I love The Witcher. And I couldn't have been more hyped when watching the Witcher 4 trailer. But I was also cautious. Something I really hate is when a sequel to a movie or game makes the original worse. But I want this game to be fantastic. I want it to be better than Witcher 3. But I've learned my lesson from Mass Effect Andromeda. All that matters is if the game is good. I'm not spending my money until I know that for a fact. But it wasn't until after rewatching this trailer did I notice something was wrong. Why does Ciri have cat eyes? Well, as it turns out, Ciri is actually a Witcher this time around, having undergone the Trial of the Grasses. But that just makes me even more curious. Something I don't think people realize is that Ciri might not be the only female Witcher, and that's entirely because of the gameplay trailer. It was a single comment, but instead of being called a Witcher, she was referred to as Witcheress. This, of course, implies that there could be more Witcheresses than Ciri. It also makes me wonder if they improved upon the Trial of the Grasses, so that more people would even survive it, and actually make it capable for women to live through it. You see, the Trial of the Grasses has a 30% survival rate for young men, and there's no record of women going through the trial, but if the trial hasn't been improved upon in any way, that just brings up more questions. You see, Ciri is powerful, and she is strong, but I don't think she would willingly put herself in that type of danger for no reason. I want to know, did something happen to Ciri where she had to undergo the Trial of the Grasses? Look, we'll see in time, but they better not sweep this under the rug. And if they give an excuse that the trials got rid of her Elder Blood powers, I am going to send a lengthy email to CD Projekt Red expressing my annoyance. Damn it, CDPR, could you have shown a bit of combat? I don't care how the horse works. Actually, I do. I wanted to follow the map at the top of the screen, thank you. Anyway, while I was getting annoyed about the lore aspects of the Witcher series, it seems like a lot of people were talking about Ciri herself, saying she looked ugly, she looked nothing like she did in The Witcher 3, that she— Have you not played any of the other Witcher games? The CGI counterparts never look the same. Or in this case, a pre-render. The reason why people hated this version of Geralt was because it was his in-game model. I mean, seriously, everyone is making an issue out of something that was never an issue. CGI Geralt has never looked like his in-game counterpart. Why would Ciri be any different? Have you seen the box art for any of the Witcher games? The only one that looks remotely the same is the Witcher 1 box art. And that's for the newer release as well, and not the old ones that didn't even have his face. I forget that not everyone is as big into the series as I am. So there's a lot of people that haven't played the other two games, or even Witcher 3. But it happens so often that none of the characters look remotely the same between games. Look, I understand there's a lot of anger. A lot of people feel like game characters are being uglified. I just feel like there's been no research done when it comes to the Witcher series. I 100% expect that the box art for The Witcher 4 will have a Ciri that looks like neither of these versions. Trust me, there's at least 2 ladies in my life that wouldn't have played Witcher 3 if he looked like this and not like this. And look, when The Witcher 4 does come out, and if Ciri doesn't look like how we would like her to look, well, that's one more reason to buy the game on PC. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, I'd appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. All that razzle-dazzle beautifulness that gets me popping in the algorithm is appreciated. I also have a Patreon, links to my socials are in the description. I also have this other video here. If you think that tickles your fancy, why don't you try watching that next? All your support is appreciated. Thanks for watching.